Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And we're back with the twin flame reading. Wow, full moon tonight. What an energy. And the energies are shifting very rapidly. During the day, there's a high Schumann resonance going on. We had an X2 solar flare. So we're having it all, and the energies are shifting very rapidly, one to another. So let's see what's going on in the twin flame journey between the masculine and the feminine. For the divine masculine, on his mind is the divine feminine. For the divine feminine, or for the divine masculine, no, for the divine feminine, sorry for that, the blue ray being on her mind. Let's see what else is going on. What are they sharing together? What is the sharing together? Awakening. They're both awakening to higher energies and higher processes at the moment. So there is a lot going on. Let's get all the cards out before I go and explain everything. Tree of Life for the divine masculine. Multidimensional being for the divine feminine. In the heart space. So coming together and sharing space for the divine masculine. And for the divine feminine, it is ships of life, light, ships of light. Okay, let's see what is coming on this week. The divine feminine on the divine masculine's mind. Receive your birthright for the divine masculine. And there's unconditional love, from the divine feminine towards the divine masculine, and from the divine masculine towards the divine feminine. It's an unconditional love. And it reminds you to be in that space of unconditional love, because this month a lot of love is coming your way. So, divine masculine, I ask you if there's any disturbance, in the situation between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, think about the unconditional love that is all around you. Tap into that energy and send this forward towards the divine feminine. And I feel that there is unconditional love for the divine feminine towards the divine masculine. So whatever is going on, in the different layers, in the different dimensions and the frequencies, keep your mind, even if your mind is racing, keep your mind, but go from the mind to the heart and tap into that energy of unconditional love. It is also that the divine masculine sees that the divine feminine carries that unconditional love. Otherwise, there would never be this connection. There would never be this alignment in energies. Okay. So, in the heart space for the divine masculine, it's the tree of life. Circle of life, things are clear for the divine masculine in his heart space. And the energies that he perceives is channeled, not only from his own heart, but also transmuted in the awakening process of the universe to open that awakenings process, to open up that awakenings process within. He knows that this is the tree of life is also the end and new beginnings. So we are in this space of moving forward, closing old things off and starting anew. As in that process of the awakening, we all know that this is the number 9 and that we're closing a year and that we're moving up to a higher frequency. Some people already experiences so many other dimensions and exploring more in the universal realm to protect, to awaken, and to work with that energy, to bring it down to the earth and create a grid work on the earthly plane. So the tree of life is telling you, root your roots deep into this Mother Earth, because then and only then you can fly higher and higher. So make sure you're very grounded. Make sure that you're here in your body and not, flowing out every time there's another energy shift coming in. Um, make not make, but control the energy shifts within you. So you have the control over your emotions and you have the control over your life. We are the only species here on Earth that has control, that can control our own emotions and not be able to be swept away out of our body and going in that higher realm where everything is on a different dimension and where you can see and help and support and heal. And also be noticed that you need to heal the body first before you can go into that realm space. So you're grounded and that you're in your body. So what is in his subconscious mind of the divine masculine is sharing space, remembering other lifetimes, remembering on other dimensions, and where you lived before. There is a co-creation going on between the divine masculine and the divine feminine in the subconsciousness. Subconscious, they're connected with each other. Subconscious, their energies are connected with each other and they feel each other. It's also sharing your community. And sometimes it's not easy, if you are going through different frequencies, different dimensions, you're out of body traveling, you're meditating, you're in another space to see and to feel everything what needs to be felt. And in a community, it's and together and sharing space and sharing those remembrances will be easier for you, to do it together, to bring that to another other level. It's also honoring each other's space, honoring each other's energy, and working together, in that space. So it's really what is going on for the divine masculine. He wants to share. He wants to share his knowledge. He wants to share the energies, and that's really, really incredible. And what is going on for the divine feminine? And he is in that awakening. He's in the next stage of awakening. And that next stage of awakening for the divine masculine, that is know who you are, know yourself, there is a DNA activation going on for everyone at the moment, for everyone. We all know about the atlas that is really higher frequency. We feel the earth, the more activations we receive, and it goes with high speed, it transforms our DNA. And that is what the universe is saying towards the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Your love, what you're feeling, will be expanding and expanding and expanding. And there is no time for judgments anymore, no time for um, creating, right and wrongs. We're moving out of that space. We're moving, that's Mother Earth is transmuting. Everywhere there are volcanoes, everywhere there are floods going on. And that's the clearing and the cleaning of Mother Earth. Because there needs to be created more space for, in the future, new communities. So, for the divine feminine in her mind space, blue ray beings, she knows she's a blue ray being. She's activating and working with cosmic energies, and not only on the earth, but also in the universe, to transform what is going on this earthly plane. And she's doing it with love. And because she is doing it in a conscious way, you know, divine masculine is stepping into it to support her on the background to do this work. So the divine masculine is doing exactly the same thing on a supportive energy, in a supportive level. So they bringing the work together, and that's the beautiful thing. She knows also her divine masculine is this beautiful blue ray being that is connected with her energy and connected with everything what's going on this earthly plane, but also in the universe. In her heart space, she knows that she is a multidimensional being, and she is using these tools to create a better world. And she is supporting the community. She's not only supporting the community, but also the collective in this space. And it's coming from the heart space. It's not coming from the mind. It's not, and she has no control over the mind that says, okay, I want to do this. The heart takes over. The heart says, no, in your heart space what is good for you, what is good for the collective, what is good for your community, and what is good for your divine masculine. And the head is totally out of it. The head has no interference in this thing. We're going more and more to that heart space, and that's the unconditional love, to transmute, to heal, to transform. And it's a next level initiation, I hear. There are so many initiations going on at the moment that the divine feminine says, okay, I'm going with it. It's coming from the heart. My heart is saying that is needed. You also feel the upcoming weeks. You feel the expansion of your heart space. You feel your chest opening. And in this way of transcending and transmuting, you're not only working with the higher dimensional beings, you're working with the archangels, you're working with the earth, you're working with the psyche, you're working with the body, everything is being touched. So also if you be touched in your heart space by the awakening process, by higher frequencies, so is your divine masculine. He's also being touched in that space because you are mirroring each other in that you have that beautiful dance together. Divine masculine sees things and being aware of it and teach the divine feminine, and the divine feminine is teaching the divine masculine. It's a guidance that they receive from higher forces and the universe and the gods and the goddesses, of course. And that is awakening and expanding their heart space more and more and more. And that means that we are getting out of that head. We all say, we need to set our boundaries, we need to set this, we need to set that. We can say a lot of things, but where it's about your action. It is, what are you doing? You can give people boundaries, but if you don't follow up with action, it's, thin air. So make sure what you're doing, and what is coming out of you, that there is also an action connected to it. Otherwise, you don't manifest anything in this space. You don't manifest anything. It's just thin air, and there is no, yeah, I said it before, there are no boundaries in the universe. We can't control somebody else, what they're saying, what they're doing, and the more you're going to react on it, the more confusion there will be. So just accept and look what the actions are of that person. And then you can say, okay, I'm taking action on that action, what I see. And then there is this huge change going on, because boundaries is 3D, is communication. And when you have telepathy, when you come from the heart space, and we're going more and more in the future to telepathy, we understand each other by just looking at each other in each other's eyes. There is a chemistry going on, and those connections, those energies that are connecting with each other's brain, with each other's heart, with each other's lower chakras. When we are connected at that way, we don't need any communication, because we already know. Because you can, your chakras are awakened. So, and in the subconscious mind of the divine feminine, there is the ships of light. You know that your family is up there. You know that your family is activating you. That you will see in the future UFO activities coming up. Our family, our brothers, our sisters, they're all getting the same activations. It could be that you have in your house, in your space, that you will see some higher um, energy activations, that you see it literally, that things are moving, that things are shifting, that things are changing. And that are from a higher frequency, that it's from the star beings that are connecting with you and want you to see what is going on. And it can happen in your dreams. It can happen when you're awake and in awareness of everything that's going on around you. And it is also because you share that space with the divine masculine, that those activations are going on both ways, that divine masculine is activating you, divine feminine is activating the divine masculine. And it has to do with the energies um, of the ships of light. And there is more activation going on at the moment in Antarctica. And that's so beautiful. All the secrets that are being kept hidden is all coming to the surface. New species being aware of new species. You're all being aware of new energies within yourself. This getting activated by a higher source. So you know that there is work to do on this earthly plane, not only on this earthly plane, also in the realm. You have new, because of the activations, you have new tools and new abilities and talents to work more with the tools that they give you. So the tools that you receive are from another level. It's not the earthly level, it's from another level. You also will see that, it's the time of letting go. And it's this year is only letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. We're going through huge transformations. You're not the same who you were a couple of weeks ago. So, and you think different, you see different things. Okay, I have here for the divine masculine intense change, divine masculine. There's a huge change coming up, and it's the fire phoenix. And it could be that you are getting activated by a false twin flame, that you thought, okay, I met my twin flame, I see my twin flame, and you desperate want to see twin flame. But because there is too much of an ego going on, you recognize that's a fake twin flame. It's a false twin flame. And the journey is not, most of the time, not outside of yourself. It's within yourself. When your twin flame is abusing you, mentally, physical, or in any other way, it's not a twin flame. That's a karmic partner that you need to learn your lesson from. The twin flame journey are operating on a totally different level. They're operating in space, they're operating with higher frequencies of energy. And that's what the divine masculine had in his life. He thought, oh my God, this is my twin flame, or I feel it is my twin flame. And then it sorted out that it was the false twin flame. After a false twin flame, most of the time, right after that, there is someone else coming in that's the real deal, So and the journey is not about um it's not a love romance. It can be a love romance, but it is a journey of healing, a journey that is higher than the self. It's higher than it's a God connection, And I always say, well, if there is a partner coming my way, most of the time I see that or a learning and a blessing that you learn from each other, that you activate each other to a next level, uh, or it is a distraction. And you will see that, soon enough in their actions. So if is a distraction, the only thing you can do and get away from that distraction is to say to yourself and tune in to the God energy. Tune into the God energy. When you tune into the God energy, who is better than that? Nobody can top that, and you're okay. So if you meet someone that is not in alignment with who you are, what your thoughts are, what you feel, which direction you want to go, let it go. Let it go. It's not sometimes it's just a misalignment. And it can be that if you're in separation and you both went through that healing journey, that you come back together again, to do the work, that you both are aware. It's that you activate each other to do the higher level of work. It's not meant to be, you know, uh, a relationship form. It's a relationship or more a situationship like ship from a higher dimension, that you are working together, that are your energies need to come together to be activated, but also do the work for humanity. So what's going on for the divine feminine? So I see the divine masculine is rising like a phoenix from the flame. He is transmuting all things that needs to be transmuted. He also know that the unconditional love from the divine feminine is always there to support him. Yeah, and it's for the divine feminine, you're integrating new energies at the moment. Energies that are from higher yeah, that's let's say it's a stronger vibration, because you feel the vibration in your system, in your body. Then you know that you're getting an upgrade and that your whole DNA system is changing, that you see things clearer, that you can that you've been activated to do even more, and it could be that um, you've been taken to your ship, or to your to your brothers and sisters, or that you've been taken to the galactic council, to get the answers and the guidance, what you need to do next, what your next mission is. And when you've been there, there is this healing going on when you're there. So they heal you on a huge level, and you will feel that your body starts to vibrate. Maybe you get high pitched sounds in your ears, and that is going quicker and quicker. And the more you start to vibrate, it could be, I hear, make sure you dress well, so you're not cold all the time because of the vibrations. You can feel this inner cold within you, because the energies are vibrating everything out of your system, and your DNA get an upgrade. So it's almost like you get new hardware, or new software, and hardware is attuned into your body. So you can integrate this and work on a higher frequency with multidimensional healing. And you don't need to be around people, but you can be in totally different spaces to heal and to activate places that needs to be activated, not only for yourself but for everyone else. So it's for the collective. You're not working on a personal level anymore. You're working on a interstellar, I hear interstellar way of healing. Wow. For the divine masculine, be one with yourself, be one with self. There are so many, when you're going through that energy of uh, the phoenix, phoenix rising and the fire transformation, you will blossom again, that will open up. You get new activations. There is new energy in your system that is really blasting you open, and you start to blossom again, like a flower. You're opening up and new things are coming your way, and you hear the proof of what the work that you did, that it is accomplished. You get your how do I call it? You get your confirmation. You get your confirmation of the things that you are doing. And the divine feminine twin flame, and you're welcome home. So yeah, I just said mission accomplished and welcome home. The mission that you did and you were sent out for, that you received your new tools and things like that, and the transformation and the transmutation what you did is accomplished. So they say welcome home. You did your work. We are happy that you did the work for us and with us, and that you're listening to your higher guidance, that you're listening to the energies of awakening, and that you're working and doing and work the mission. So now it's time to come home, to get new activations, to get uh, it's a time of what I hear of receiving, and you will receive so much love all around you, divine feminine. You will receive so much love, and it's you receive the crown. You receive the crown on your head. You are seen one with all. And when you're one with all, you will receive the awards and the rewards of the work and the mission that you did. So now it's time for you to rest, recuperate, and just receive what is out there for you. So yeah, this is really a beautiful, beautiful energy. And let's see what the universe is saying for both of them. For both of them, karmic relationship. Karmic relationships are for the divine feminine and for the divine masculine from the past. Both are releasing energies from the past that is no longer serving them. So listen to the frequencies of the awakening. So both of you can let go of the karmic relationship. You're both evolving to the twin flame frequencies, to the twin flame journey. And both, it's like your all the cords are cut, I hear. All the cords are cut because there is no way that karmic relationships are able to keep up with where you're heading, where you're going, what you need to do, what the frequencies are. Now it's time to come home, both coming home, in peace, and it's time to receive. You both did hard work on yourself, on the collective, on energy wise. Of it could be you went to a deep, deep hole, where you were really challenged, and that you had to fight off some energies, and that belongs to the past because you leveled up, your frequency leveled up, your energy is leveled up, and you're receiving a lot of love from the universe, a lot of love from your brothers and sisters. Only the karmics will try to, um, how do I say? Well, let's just the karmic be the karmic because they are good being a karmic. That's their job, to be in that frequency. But in the end, and it will take a few years, but it's really speeding up now. More people get quicker awakened and quicker of what is going on and what a twin actually is. It's, if you're still in job, if you're still um, doing the 3D stuff, you're not on that journey yet. But there will come a time that when you let go of everything, you will be awakened, and that you are, activated. And some people, and I see new awakenings happen at the moment, and more star children coming behind us are be placed on um, higher places of and sources to transmute the workspace, to change it and to transmute it, and that's their job, to be on that kind of places, and high standard places, I hear. So we're all in that space, and we all can do that work. So is there anything else I have to say? Yeah, be in that, I hear, be in that space of unconditional love. Stay in that heart space, stay in the love. The love will bring you where you need to be. And it doesn't mean that you can't be in a third dimensional realm. It means even if you don't have any intention where you're coming, there will be change. You can handle so many. I hear you can handle so many things because we had to prepare you for this time. And when you're prepared and when you're activated, then you know that you're on this journey, not only for yourself, but also for the collective. Okay? All the love, all the blessings. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. Beautiful new moon. 12/12 portal is coming up next week. Hope you have a wonderful time. All the love, all the blessings, and see you next time. Bye bye.